What is up, YouTube? It's back, man. After I don't even know how long, bro. I really don't know how long it's been. But we got the deepest blue hole was just found in Mexico, and it's terrifying. I see. You said, shut up. Wait, hold on.
In 2003, while following a
Should I put
grouper
the
that
video in the
suddenly
Discord for you?
disappeared below the
Oh
waves
yeah, you can
in
put it in there.
Chetumal Bay, Mexico, a lone fisherman discovered a mysterious hole hidden from sight.
A fisherman?
More than a decade later, his son returned with researchers to take a
Bro, if I'm a
closer
fisherman, I
look.
discovered I better
They
get a
started
bag.
measuring. 100 feet, 160 feet, 425 feet.
A
Still
fisherman
no
found
bottom.
this?
As instruments descended into the dark, still water, the readings grew stranger. Warm, salty water where it shouldn't be. Currents rising from the darkness below. The latest readings showed over 1,372 feet and still no end in
Yo.
sight.
Is
Quiet,
that where the angler
deep,
fish is with the
and
little light on his
dangerous.
head, yo, from Nemo?
It's
Yeah,
Ta'am
that's
Jah,
where he's from.
the latest and officially the deepest known blue hole on Earth. And it might be hiding something never seen before. Nature takes its time. Over thousands, sometimes millions of years, water slowly carves through underground rock. Then one day, the ceiling gives way, the ground collapses, and you're left with a massive hole. That's a sinkhole. Blue holes are just
Oh, yeah, I
ancient
heard of
sinkholes that
sinkholes, yeah.
filled with water as sea levels rose long ago. From above, they look like dark circular shadows, much darker than the water around them. All because they're super deep and sunlight can hardly reach the bottom. Some go hundreds of feet down and are almost perfectly vertical. Cut off from ocean currents, they create still, isolated environments that scientists are still trying to figure out. So, what makes Ta'am Jah unusual? Well, most famous
Who's
blue
Ta'am Jah?
holes
Oh,
like the
that's the
Great
hole.
Blue Hole in Belize are impossible to miss. You can spot them from a satellite. Ta'am Jah, on the other hand, is
What, is it small
practically
on the outside?
invisible. Like nature did its best to conceal it on purpose.
I can see that.
Even with a drone flying right
Oh.
above it, it's barely noticeable.
Oh,
That's
shoot,
one
you
reason
can't
it
see
stayed
that.
hidden for so long. However, the true
can't see
mystery
that.
became apparent after the researchers had done their initial scanning. In December 2023, scientists decided to explore the depths of Ta'am Jah by lowering something called a CTD profiler, which measures conductivity,
I got that
temperature,
same
and depth.
machine in my house. Yeah,
As it went past 1,312 feet, they discovered something curious. Instead of cooling down, the water suddenly got warmer. It also
does that
became noticeably salty,
Oh, does that mean
with
there's a
readings
volcano
that
down
matched
there?
the open Caribbean Sea. But wait, Chetumal Bay is already part of the Caribbean, so what's the big deal? Well, Ta'am Jah is tucked far into the bay, and its depth is unusual for such a calm, protected environment. What surprises scientists is that water deep inside the sinkhole has the same temperature and salinity as the open ocean, even though it's cut off from it horizontally. What this means is that there could be subterranean tunnels or fractures connecting the deep hole to open seawater, not through the surface, but beneath the rock. Kind of like a secret pipe network, possibly dating back to the time of asteroid impacts.
So dinosaurs
Ta'am
created this
Jah
hole
is
is what they're
located near the
saying.
Chicxulub crater. It's where 66 million years ago, a
Dinosaurs
giant meteor
lived.
slammed
Oh.
into what is now the Yucatan Peninsula. It's widely believed to have caused a mass extinction event that wiped out dinosaurs.
See,
The
that's the
asteroid
thing.
didn't
They're
create-
fooling y'all. Y'all think dinosaurs gone the whole time? You know, I can't say too much. I don't know who's watching. I can't say too much. Whole time I got one.
Ta'am Jah, but it may have
I
fractured
know
the
location.
foundation,
I'm just saying, y'all.
potentially
Can't say
making
too
it
much,
easier
though.
for caves, tunnels, and eventually
too much.
blue holes to
Y'all
form.
want more information?
Some speculate that
hit me
these
up, though.
underwater connections could extend to other blue holes and hidden springs nearby.
Game
Game
of
of
Thrones.
Thrones King's Road is now available
Game
on
of
both
Thrones, Raid
PC
Shadow
and
Legends.
mobile
Game of
with
Thrones, Raid Shadow Legends. Game of Thrones, Raid Shadow Legends. Game of Thrones, Raid Shadow Legends. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of Game of Thrones. I'm tired of Raid Shadow Legends. I'm tired of. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired of it.
Google Play.
However, exploring Ta'am Jah is not just about maps and underwater tunnels. During the first expedition, researchers saw something strange. The water above Ta'am Jah was calm, while the rest of the bay had chaotic waves. Then, from the center of the hole, water started to
How are there
rise
waves
upward
underwater, bro?
like a hidden spring gently exhaling. Not a geyser, not a splash, just a slow, steady surge, like something beneath had moved and pushed the water up. The fact that this happened only once made the following exploration intimidating for divers. They said that diving felt like encountering a living entity that moved and interacted with them in an intriguing and mystifying way. When you've got a place that deep, that dark, and completely cut off from the rest of the ocean, it's a door to the unknown. While it's probably too tight for the Lovecraftian sea gods to fit in there, it's not impossible that there could be species that no one's ever seen before.
Like I said, I'm not
Maybe
gonna say
even
too
dangerous.
much. I seen something.
It's speculative, but if the hole goes even
too
deeper,
much.
any microbial life down there would likely be ancient and adapted to survive in extreme, hostile conditions. It doesn't have to be some scary sea creature. Even tiny, unfamiliar
What's the length of an anglerfish meat? See? Y'all don't know. See? Y'all better be ready. I'm gonna be asking y'all questions throughout the video. Y'all gotta be ready, bro. Y'all gotta be ready, gang. Y'all don't even know. You just caught y'all lacking, bro. Y'all know the length of an anglerfish meat? Gotta stay ready, bro. That's why I gotta stay ready, bro. Y'all know what question
organisms
y'all with.
could
Stay
disrupt
ready.
modern ecosystems
paying
if
attention.
disturbed
That's why I pay
or
attention, yeah.
released. There might be water from prehistoric times or something left behind from the asteroid impact that wiped out dinosaurs. This place might be hiding an entire ecosystem that's been sealed off for literally ages. And that matters because if life can survive
Is
in
that a
such
real
a
animal?
strange sealed off place,
That's crazy.
it might survive in similar environments on moons like Europa or Enceladus.
Is Uranus is what I don't know if that's Uranus or that Jupiter or Mars, whatever that is. Is it really that big? I don't know what that was. That is that the moon? Is that an asteroid? That's a moon. Is that the moon? Is Uranus really? I don't know. I think that's Saturn. That's Saturn. Is Saturn really that big compared to the moon? Oh
Also,
my gosh.
some blue holes like the Great
Bro, what the freak? Hold on.
like Europa or Enceladus.
Like, gang, I did not know that.
Also, some blue holes like the Great Blue Hole contain nasty stuff like clouds of toxic gas that can eat through equipment
How
and
does
even
toxic
burn
gas
your
get down
skin.
there? It's from animals farting.
No wonder that divers felt like they were exploring something alive. Now, if you're wondering whether you can rent diving gear and actually go and
Yeah, you
explore
can. I
this
did it.
hole, the answer is no.
Ha! He's
Basic
lying.
scuba gear
I did it.
requires certifications. Even dive shops won't rent to uncertified individuals, especially not for places like this. But even if certified, recreational divers can only reach a depth of about 130 feet. Going
Who's gonna
deeper
stop you?
takes special training, equipment, and a lot of
Bro, I
caution.
think training. Just swim, dog.
Even professionals
Yeah,
rarely
yeah,
go
what's so
beyond
special about it?
1,000 feet, and when
Just
they
swim,
do,
gang.
it's with complicated, risky setups. At these depths, water pressure becomes a major obstacle, enough to crush most equipment not built specifically for it. So for now, Tom Jaw remains a mystery that's impossible to uncover while diving. The next stop is most likely sending an ROV, a remotely operated submarine equipped with cameras, arms, and sensors. It can go much deeper than any diver and stay down there longer.
Oh, really?
ROVs could help uncover layers of fossils, strange chemical zones, and even clues about past climate change. In most of the blue holes, it's possible to find life, sponges, corals, or fish. But the deeper you go, the more oxygen levels drop, which makes it hard for organisms to survive, even though some microbes live there. Among the few creatures found, there are shelled single-celled organisms called Foraminifera and tiny worm-like
Fair, I heard that name
nematodes.
before. I think that
It's
name,
precisely
I think that
because
was
of
the
these
name of my
microscopic
old dog.
animals that we speculate that if life can make it in Tom Jaw's dark, salty, oxygen-free waters, maybe the same is true for other watery worlds. However, despite the enthusiasm around it, Tom Jaw is almost unnervingly empty and devoid of larger life.
That's crazy. A fish
Even
haven't
near the
found
upper
it.
layers where oxygen levels are decent, no fish, no crustaceans, not even a tiny shrimp have been observed. Just tiny organisms invisible to the unaided eye. No bikini bottom, but to be fair, we
Bro, I
haven't
wonder how
reached
much
the
they paid
bottom
him,
yet.
bro. They had to pay him a lot.
Which brings us to the speculation. Is it possible that ROVs will never reach the ocean floor?
What are ROV? Oh,
The
that's the
hole
little
might
machine
be
they were
deeper
talking
than
about?
we expect, or shaped in a way
There's a
that
hole
makes it
this close
hard
to
for our
the shallow
equipment to get
the
accurate
beach.
readings.
Bro, I
It
would die
might
for that
have
bit.
side tunnels, ledges, or twists
Bro,
that
got
throw
big,
things
deep holes
off.
in this ish.
It could also be that the walls are too unstable, or the pressure and water chemistry mess with the sensors.
Just get better equipment.
In a
dog.
way,
like that
it's
thing right
like
there. That's
playing an
fine.
underwater level in slow motion, with a robot that can grab things and get damaged. Thankfully, scientists have other options. They can use underwater drones that work on their own, drop cameras that record as they sink, or map the
For real?
hole from above using sonar.
Like I said, I got one of those in my
There's
garage.
more than
but
one
I
way
didn't
to check
know
its
everyone had
depths.
access to it.
Even with all our
Look at that dude with the
technology,
camera, big
there are
ass
still
glasses,
places
bro.
on Earth we haven't explored. We've actually mapped
That's
more
Mars,
of
ain't it?
Mars than the ocean floor.
That's dead ass crazy to think about it. Like,
Spacecraft can scan the
we're
entire
really
planet
doing
while
research on
C4
Mars. Oh
map.
wait, well, chat. Do y'all believe that that's really Mars? Do y'all think like they're just fooling us? But like, I'm just saying, if it was, that's really crazy. Like, we've evolved so much. We're dead ass like getting rocks and stuff from like that's actually crazy. Like, we're sending equipment there. That's actually crazy though. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, personally, because personally, oh shoot, personally, I went to Mars and I ain't gonna lie, it's not all that. It's not all what y'all think it is. I ain't gonna lie, it's not what y'all think it is. But like, it's still crazy that they are doing that. They sent me on the expedition to just look around. I ain't gonna lie, it's not what y'all think it is. I ain't gonna lie. But some people say they're using like pictures of the Earth and just like making it like edit and stuff and making it seem like it's Mars. I'm just saying that's what people are saying. But like I said, when I went there, it wasn't all that. But that's still crazy that they're sending equipment up there.
Mapping is slow, costly, and limited by darkness and pressure. Still, Tom Jha holds the record for the world's deepest blue hole.
That's crazy. It
now.
just got found. This just got found and it's already deep in. So and it was found by a fisherman.
That's it for today.
So
Hey,
imagine what they're gonna find in the future and stuff. Gang, I was found by a fisherman. Imagine what they can find in the future. Dang, bro. Imagine. But I'll see y'all boys though, man.